and he was cruelly denied in both instances. It
65.
looked as if he might well make the same stage yesterday, the semi-final. But in a last leg decider with Max
100.
Hopp, the eventual champion, he was sat on 72 for the match, the machine gun, and didn't come back to the board because Max took out 141.
60.
This is going to be absolutely frenetic. The machine gun, as his nickname suggests, just stands there and fires
100.
those darts out. Paul Rowley is quite similar, really. Once he gets there, he just has a look, lets him go.
140.
Wattimena down to a finish, one that he doesn't have to take out.
85.
Just about halves his score, gets down to 82. 140 for Rowley would be great.
100.
17 and tops.
25 score, yeah.
Just checking his score, Jermaine.
Game shot.
Very solid stuff, that, from Jermaine Wattimena. Pretty impressive. 1-0. He's turned into a very, very good darts player, has Jermaine Wattimena. Over the last 2 years, really, it's been a steady improvement from Jermaine. He's still looking for that first spot in a final, but he'll look to somebody like Mensur Suljovic, who's from the same management stable. Or actually, he was from the same management stable. He's now in a different one. But he'll look at Mensur and the way that it took him a dozen
95.
goes to get past the semi-final stages of PDC events. That includes Pro Tour ones, ranked ones, unranked ones, big ones on the telly.
100.
But once he finally got to a final, he won it, and he's not looked back.
57.
Champions League winner. Obviously, finalist at the World Match Play this year. Premier League star, although he was eliminated. Rather harshly, it has
60.
to be said. He was averaging 99 over the course of the season.
$100.
I can tell you that James Wade is the latest big name to be knocked out
60.
of the tournament. Paul Nicholson, of all people, has knocked him out. The dart show's very own Paul Nicholson.
45.
As he looks to earn enough money to get himself to Minehead.
43.
And, of course, the World Championship. There's a lot on the line for Paul Nicholson. Rowley looking at the Della.
92.
Treble 20, is that where you're starting? It is. Could stay there. No, you know what? The way that was lying, I thought he might stay there and try to leave double 9. He decided against it. It's not worked out. And Jermaine Wattimena pins double top. It is not as impressive a second leg as the first, but the finish, no problem at all. Smooth operating
95.
from Jermaine Wattimena.
$60.
Stephen Bunting
60.
was the beaten finalist in this corresponding event last year when Mensur Suljovic went on to claim the title, beat Bunting in the
97.
final. Bunting is currently in action over on board 2 in his second round game against Chris Quantock, but he trails 3-2. Mensur is already through.
60.
He came through against Aaron Monk with a 99 average, but how
44.
about this? 103 average from Kim Huybrechts, beating Mario Robbie.
100.
107 average almost from Ireland's own Steve Lennon.
100.
Some serious darts being thrown here at the City West. We have got board finals just starting. Rapid Ricky Evans and Jeffrey de Graaf, 2 apiece. Andrew Gilding and Martin
45.
Schindler in the opening leg of that one. Schindler, the conqueror of Michael van Gerwen. Andrew Gilding somehow having one of those weekends again where he just looks world
58.
class after months of doing very, very little. Rowley to get on the board. It's not going to be another 1-4-1 to break Wattimena's heart this
96.
weekend. Another one in there. Oh, Jermaine. Oh, this time he misses tops. It's the first time he's missed it. Checkout's a 58.82, but 142 proves to be just a little bit too much for him.
13.
It matters not because he's back for double 10 for 3-0.
15.
Well, you can excuse the one at the end of the big combination checkout, but 3 clear darts at 10s and 5s. That's a mistake from Wattimena.
Game shot.
And Rowley makes him pay. 2-1.
115. $180.
Wow, Paul Rowley with his first maximum.
93.
Go to the Dart Connect system. You can keep up to date with all the games going on around the boards. Bunting now trails 5-2 to Chris Quantock. It'll also tell you who the best performers
81.
of the day are in terms of the averages. I know that doesn't tell you everything, but Krzysztof Ratajski is at the top with 106 average almost. Unfortunately, he lost in his opening round
45.
game against Rob Cross. Steve Lennon still going strong, though. 104 average over 2 games. And he's hit
87.
8 180s in those 2 matches as well. Mensur Suljevic up there. Michael Smith certainly up there, particularly after that enormous average he posted in the second round of 115. Fascinating day of darts again on the Pro Tour as Wattimena misses the 25
85.
and the chance to check out in that visit is gone, but he's left that double top.
30. 20.
Well, for a level game here, double 16.
Game shot.
Yeah, very nicely done from Paul Rowley. Now, Jermaine Wattimena, he is either hitting double top first dart or he's not hitting a double at all. That may be a bit of a concern.
100. 100. 60.
Paul Rowley from
57.
Shropshire area, from Shrewsbury. He did find himself in the final day of a European Tour event for the first time in his
60.
career earlier on this year. That was in Hamburg, the European match play. Had a little bit of fortune, but he played some good darts as well. That's good darts from Jermaine Wattimena, his first 180 of this contest. Rowley
95.
only beaten by Mensur Suljevic in Hamburg, having seen off the likes of Mervyn King and Darren Johnson, as well as the people he beat in qualifying for it. We've not really seen him on the European Tour very much, Paul Rowley. That was his first and only one this year.
60.
Double 16.
Game
And
shot.
he either pins it first dart at the end of a combination, or he does not hit it at all. So Jermaine Wattimena manages to get it right for the 3rd time in this match. And it's going to be a real clash of styles in the board final, isn't it? Whoever wins this one, it's either going to be
100.
the machine gun or the almost as quick throwing Paul Rowley against Brendan Dolan.
60.
But to be honest, if you're going to look at the standard
60.
of play, Slow and Steady is going to win that race if they play as they've done in this second round game, because the averages
140.
here are a good 20 and at times 30 points off what Brendan Dolan was throwing in that game with Darryl Gurney. Constant mark. He ended on 102, but it was as high as 105 or 6 at times. These guys hovering around the high 70s and low 80s,
100.
and it's because there's been a lot of missed darts at double and a few scrappy visits. But is Jermaine Wattimena just grabbing a hold of this game again now?
92.
$79 left, so treble 13 maybe? Well,
79.
I understand that, but opponent not on a double, you can leave yourself on double 11 there and things can get a bit messy.
140.
You could have looked at treble 13 to leave tops. Jermaine.
No score.
He either hits it first dart at the end of a combination or he does.
30.
He's gone treble 10 and hit the single, then he's thrown it out the board looking for the 20. And Jermaine Wattimena is going
14.
to allow Paul Rowley back to the board. And Rowley was smiling there at his own mistake, thinking, well, I'm not going to win it.
Game shot.
And he was wrong, because it is 3-all, because again, Jermaine Wattimena either goes out first or not at all. This is genuinely Wattimena is outscoring Rowley, but his finishing is such that you've got no idea.
100.
Well, actually, you've got a very real idea. You know Wattimena is going to win the leg, because it either happens immediately or it does not happen.
140. $174.
Really good visit from Jermaine Wattimena. And made to look comparative by the rapid darts of Paul Rowley.
125. $93.
Well, to go into the lead for the first time in this game. The Shropshire man wants double 18.
Oh,
isn't it? 18 found for an 11 darter. Paul Rowley.
97.
Well. Before. It's the first time these two have knocked heads in PDC
100.
darts. Dictating terms at the minute. That could change things. 180 number 2.
$58.
Wattimena leaves the 170. Rowley can't leave a finish from here. You can see the patch on his shirt there, blood-wise. That's a charity that he does some work with, following his wife was ill for a significant
60.
period of time. Paul Rowley took some time away from the game, but back playing now and potentially doing some damage here at the City West.
134.
18 for double 16.
78.
And that means that Wattimena is going to lose the leg, because we know what happens, don't we? He's not going to lose the leg in this visit, but Wattimena, once he's missed a dart at double, has not managed to hit one afterwards in a leg.
Game shot.
That changes, and it needed 4-4. Rowley still has the advantage of the throw in this leg and the last leg decider if we go the distance. Wattimena. In the last 3 legs, he's had a 180 or a 174 in each of
55.
them.
99.
More results coming through, and Andrew
57.
Gilding continues to impress today. He is 4-0 up on Martin Schindler. He is averaging around the 100 mark. Again, Gilding.
36.
Where has this Gilding been? Mark
100.
Webster has beaten James Wilson 6-5. Chris Quantock's beaten Bunting.
54.
Well, he's decided not to go for the bullseye, and that is a bold move, Jermaine Wattimena. He could have gone for bull. Oh, and Rowley could have made him pay
97.
there. Well, I'm not sure that that is a wise decision for Jermaine Wattimena. He has got away with it there, but he was 2 darts away from peril. In the end, he has managed to put himself in pole position for this game.
81.
But it must have been a nervy few seconds stood there watching Rowley look at the treble 19 that would have given him a dart for a 5-4 lead.
60.
if anybody is aware of what, you know, players being able to take out big checkouts, surely Jermaine Wattimena is, because he saw Peter Wright take out a 160-plus checkout to deny him a place in a final and a last leg shootout in the semis earlier this year on the Pro Tour. Max Hoppel took out a 141 yesterday in the last leg shootout to beat him.
180.
And he's left Rowley on 149 there, but he's piled in his third 180 in 3 legs, and I think Wattimena has got this one in the bag,
59.
unless his problems on the doubles come back to haunt him here.
94.
Very nicely done, leaves himself 50 for the match. Jermaine Wattimena has moved through the gears in this game. And Paul Rowley
33.
has just struggled when he's felt the full force of the machine gun. Double 16 is there, very impressive. 14 data from Jermaine Wattimena. He's through to the board final, and it is Brendan Dolan who awaits. If the machine gun gets going, will he have the firepower to stop the Northern Irishman?